Hello, Australia.
We're back at Sunshine. Oh shoot. We're back at Gold Coast.
He doesn't even know where he is anymore. It's like we're at the Gold Coast. Okay, this is the Gold Coast.
It has a beach. It looks the same.
Yeah, I know. Beach. It's all the same thing, but it's not, right? South of Brisbane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're at the Gold Coast startup weekend, and everyone's rolling back in after doing some validation. We've got teams spread out nicely. How do you think it's going? What's happening?
Well, I think they're all just sort of rolling in. You can see that the teams are starting to assemble back in their groups, and they've just come back from going out into the market and talking to prospective customers and getting feedback as to whether anyone will buy their product, which is pretty important when you're building a business. I think there's still quite a few teams to come back in, but I think probably about 70% are back in. Once they get back in here, the mentors will then go back and work with them and start to analyse, help them analyse some of the results and work out whether they need to change direction or what they need to do to tweak or change their products, or maybe even pivot. I think we've had one team that's pivoted twice already.
Yeah, well, in the first 5 minutes of starting, and they've pivoted like 5 times already.
And I don't know whether they're pivoted where they're pivoted to now, or whether they just pivoted away altogether.
Yeah.
But that's the game, right? That's what it's all about.
Yep. So for this evening, what time is it now? 3 o'clock. So we'll be checking back in with individual live streams, and we'll grab some people.
We're going to try and grab some of the teams and talk to them about where they're at and what they've found out from the market and where they're at the moment. So we'll hopefully get a few of the teams and maybe get one of the spokespeople from each team and tell us what their idea is and how they're trying to solve it. So,
what are both of our favourite ideas? Someone else?
I really like the one around the Google Maps for the waterways. I reckon that was a pretty cool idea,
Yeah.
Particularly for people that are right into boating.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they were going to validate that. Maybe they were going to go and get a boat and go out on the water. What about you?
Well, I'm interested in the team that's pivoted 5 times. So I'm interested to see what they come back with.
I'm actually interested to see what they end up with, because they did move through a boat safety equipment, and then they went through some security stuff, and then they were talking about maybe doing some Wi-Fi installation services,
Childcare.
Childcare. They were having a go at everything, but that's all right.
Yeah.
So I think they went away, slept on it last night. Apparently they're here. They've pivoted again, and they've gone out to validate that. So I'm keen to find out where they got to as well. And hopefully we can get them on here later and we'll ask them exactly what happened. So
that'd be great.
That's been good.
Awesome. So we'll call it there and check back in with some individual interviews, maybe hit up some mentors and some teams.
Okay, cool.
See you then. Shaka.